Hey YouTube, this is Seka here. Thanks for joining me at Broom Closet Artistry. This video is going to be like an overview of a blog I wrote. I realized that not everybody has time to read through 2 pages of my thoughts and ramblings, so I figured some of the blogs that I have written I'll just sum up in a video, and that way you can listen to them quietly at work or in your car, not watching my face, watching the road. But that way, you'll still get the gist of what I'm saying, and you can save a little time. 2 things before I start. If it looks like I'm sitting a little funny, it's because my leg is elevated. It's still broken. I had surgery a couple weeks ago, so everything's pinned back together in the right place, but it has to stay up. 13 pins, by the way, which is my lucky number. The other thing is I caught a cold on Monday. Today is Thursday, so I'm still dealing with all the drainage. So I apologize if I sound a little raspy. But everybody, I hope you have your coffee or tea, hang out with me a little bit. This video is going to be the 6 things I wish I knew as a newbie witch. In all honesty, I still feel like a noob, and I'm probably going to feel this way for many, many years to come. There's just so many different facets and different trails to follow within the pagan umbrella and the occult spectrum. It's fascinating, and I encourage everybody to keep learning all the time. If you're anything like I was starting out, I was searching through YouTube videos and through Google, anything that could give me a hint on what to expect as someone just starting out. And there are a couple of really good videos that I found, but there wasn't a breakdown. I love my lists and I love everything to be in order. So here are a few things to help along the way. These are in no particular order, so I hope this helps out the newbie pagans and really can focus your intent and focus your path onto becoming something amazing and easy and fun and genuine and from your heart. Number 1, you don't have to be a creatrix boss right off the bat. This was me trying to create and put my energy into my craft, but that takes a lot of energy. This path is exciting, and it's great to try to DIY and use all your supplies and make the season really special, but that can burn you out really quick. And that's what happened to me when I started at Ostara. I was burnt out by Mabon trying to do these seasonal crafts. If you're just starting out, I suggest possibly finding 1 or 2 things that you're really interested in. My thing was the Wheel of the Year, and that helped me focus and really concentrate on a specific season at a time. But don't feel pressured to do every crafty option for that season. It's always going to be a path of learning. There's no sense in doing the activity just to say you did it if you aren't really sure of the tradition or the history or lore behind it. So I encourage everybody to research. Some of the things I got carried away with were trying to make witches' ladders and brooms. Hey Loki. Oh hi. Besoms and sun wheels and moon wheels, and can really put a dent in your wallet. Number 2, there's no dress code. This was something that took me a little time to figure out. I love wearing black, don't get me wrong. If I could, I would wear it all the time. I love bohemian clothes. Definitely went through that goth phase in high school. You don't have to dress the stereotype to be the lead. Witches are everywhere, and there doesn't have to be the blatant pentacle hanging around somebody's neck for them to get shit done. The main thing is newbie witches, be comfortable. Be comfortable. Be comfortable. Your deity or universe isn't gonna care if you are not in that 100% organically woven shawl that Stevie Nicks wore at her farewell concert tour. Actually, they're still touring if I am correct. Before my accident and before I hurt my foot, my work and my daily agenda didn't allow flowing peasant skirts and wedge shoes and off-the-shoulder boulder holders. I needed to get from A to B, do my job, and then incorporate my magic into my life. It's the practical magic side of our path. If you feel authentic and true to yourself by wearing black and by wearing your bohemian attire, that's wonderful. do that. Another thing is I don't wear any jewelry. Usually it's not my thing. I even took my earrings out a little while ago. So I suggest if you are one of those people who like to accessorize, be prepared to answer some questions. If you are wearing an ankh or a pentacle, you will have questions. I really only grasped this concept about 3 months ago. I'd been growing my hair out for 5 or 6 years because I wanted that witch, that bohemian goddess long hair that covered your breasts, and that connected me. That to me felt like the mystique of a witch. That's not what this path is about, and I really struggled with the do I look the part syndrome. If you don't believe me, here's the transformation video about my thoughts on chopping my hair off. Needless to say, it was really time for me to grow. If you're a bright, shiny unicorn person, be that. If you're a jeans and a t-shirt and the same socks for 2 days kind of person like I am, be that. If you're a bohemian, black, mystique goddess with the long flowing hair, that is awesome. Be that. But just be comfortable, be authentic, be yourself. Because that's where the magic starts. Number 3, craft tools are everywhere. 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 Cauldrons, wands, crystals, athames, sage, cards, totems, oracle decks, their herbs and oils. The list is endless. And God help me, I love me a good metaphysical shop. These tools are really powerful, and for some witches, they're really essential. But if you're new to this path, all you need is perfect love and perfect trust. If you're gonna blow your whole paycheck at the local New Age shop, you may find yourself at home later on very overwhelmed. You may discover later on down the road that you don't really connect with crystal magic, or you don't have the space for the jars of endless herbs or oils. Gaia's gifts are everywhere, using rainwater and branches and stones and seashells, flowers. These are all really powerful tools that you can find outside. And if you're in this city, set out a jar on your windowsill to collect some rainwater and empower it with the moon the next time full moon or new moon or blood moon comes around. All these things are really powerful tools when set with the right intent. Over the last few years, I have gone through a myriad of different interests regarding this pagan path. If you don't believe me, check out this video where I list at least 14 different things that I wanted to learn about. But since then, my interests have funneled down into a few key things. But if this sounds like you, if you have 10 to 20 different amazing, awesome things that you want to research, I really suggest using the internet, because one can get very carried away with Amazon Prime 2-day shipping. But there's so many good blogs out there that can help you discern what you are truly interested in. There's no sense blowing your paycheck on that giant book of Norse mythology when later on you don't really connect with Norse mythology. And then that big beautiful book is just sitting collecting dust. So Google. Number 4, use discernment even with other people on this path. This is a really big one. Witches are people too. We all come with our own share of problems and backstories and origin stories, personal things that we're working through. It is truly mind-blowing going from a solitary practitioner to working in a group. I did about a year of solitary work, and then I discovered a local group, women's group, and I felt safe and I felt heard and understood, and it was amazing, and I just wanted to be like, these are my people, I found my people. However, if you choose to join a group that tailors to the pagan lifestyle, remember that the other guests are probably there for similar reasons that you are. They want to feel like they're in that safe, celebratory harbor of love and compassion and understanding. Just because you share similar views doesn't mean you should feel pressured to share any personal details or your life story. The male and female witches I've met over the last 2 years have been wonderful, kind, supportive, and open people. But each person has their own opinions, and they're entitled to them. But some are very emphatic about these opinions. And unfortunately, there are some not so nice witches along this path. These are members who are just insecure and a little power deprived, so they may step on toes along the way. Just trust your instinct with people who are gonna enter and exit your path. Most will end up bringing an amazing, beautiful, magical light to your life, and you will have guides and teachers that will change your path forever. And even yourself may be a guiding hand to somebody else, but just trust your instinct. Number 5, you will spend most of your ritual trying to get your charcoal discs to light, asterisk, and setting up your ritual space. If you have the option or opportunity to do ritual outside, that's awesome. I suggest doing that because there's nothing like being in the elements to feel their power. But just be prepared. That ceremony or ritual you found online and the list of ingredients and or materials you need, you will have to transport to your circle. I don't usually push products, but I really suggest for any newbie witches that are going to be doing ritual outside, fire safety, number 1. Number 2, invest in a wind resistant lighter. There have been many a night where I've sat there trying not to burn my fingers, trying to get that charcoal disc to light. So if you have a wind resistant torch, I suggest using it. They are very inexpensive, and here's where you can find them. Number 6, don't freak out. Your magic is gonna work, albeit some intentions take a little longer to find their mark than others. When it does happen, keep your eyes open for more and choose an attitude of gratitude, because the universe is fucking amazing when it comes to granting your intentions. The more you listen and the more you observe, the more signs will make themselves present. If others choose to brush off little signs that happen and say it's just a coincidence, the universe is not that lazy. It's definitely something to be aware of. I suggest keeping a log of all the signs that you find popping up from your day-to-day life, and it's great to get excited, but don't be scared, don't freak out. And this goes along with any special gifts that you might possess that you aren't quite sure how to use yet. As someone with clairaudience senses, years ago I can say I thought I was going insane, and I did everything I could to try to silence the radio that I had coming through because I didn't understand what was happening. And now I wish I had the same strength in that sense that I did just a few years ago, about 5 years ago. But because I was afraid and ignorant of this special gift, it has been muddled. The only thing I can do now is continually open up myself to message and really hope that it comes. But please know that this is a special path that you are choosing. We are blessed with specific gifts, and I encourage you to ask questions. And a side PSA, if you are hearing disembodied voices telling you to hurt yourself or others, in this case, please find somebody professional to talk to, because you are a special human and your existence here on this planet is valid and valuable. And in that sense, please talk to somebody. Just know that your intent and your magic will work. Lastly, here are some basic Secca witch rules. Number 1 is obvious. Harm none and do what you will, but take no shit. Be your beautiful, authentic self. Honor the magic around you. Keep learning and exploring. Take your time and enjoy the ride. Blessed be everybody.